Oh, ho hum. I am just coming through to say hello. I know I can't save this one, and I'm probably not going to be able to put this out onto YouTube, but just in case I can. Just in case I can remember to remind myself, to find it, to look for myself, to seek the keys that I'm leaving behind for myself and find them, etc., etc. The zhuzh in my freaking storage unit. I don't even want to open the dang thing. This is my property. May not be my territory. But the things behind this door that I pay for each month and this little 4x4, whatever, 10x15 section of land is rented by me. Now, I don't live in it. However, I spend some time in it. And apparently, they want to limit the amount of time that I spend in it because they don't agree with the idea that I don't always have other places to go because I don't like associating with people. And they gave me the perfect example the other day as to why I don't like associating with people, because they think that they're being helpful and they end up being a fucking hindrance. But here we are. Here we are, folks. We're back in my storage unit now. At least the cops robbed me. Everything is here as it was before I left. It's just the fucking zhuzh, man. The zhuzh of it. You know, and you can always tell by the energy. Energy doesn't lie. And it's really a fucking... It's one thing when you walk in here and you're like, oh no, everything's exactly the same as I left it. It's another thing when you walk in here and you're like, oh, somebody's been in here and I just don't know who. And we always know. We don't know. We may not know who. We may not know who. We may not be able to point our little finger and say, it was you. But we always know. And that's the point. And it's really hard when we're speaking to other loved ones of ours that carry the same type of intuition and have the same type of powers and abilities that we all do. And they forgot to tap into it, but yet they used to. And you know when you see it behind their little, the windows of the soul, you see it behind their third eye. You see it. You know how to tap in. But yet there are some people that can put up such a great disguise as to being, perfect in all the ways that you don't really... You don't want to see behind the mask. And they're not bad people. They're not bad people. No one is a bad person. No one is a bad person, but they're carrying around bad zhuzh. They're carrying around bad zhuzh. And for some reason, they want their bad zhuzh to be passed on to you so they don't have to deal with it anymore. And that is not an option. That is not an option. We don't think any further into it than we need to think into it. And once we figured it out, we figured it out. We don't sit back and speculate. And, we have all the specificity we need by our guts. How freaking terrible did it used to be? When you know something about somebody and you would, sorry about the crash banging around, but you'd know the fucker was cheating on you, right? Let's put it that way. You would know, without a shadow of a doubt, this asshole was cheating on you. And, you go into their phone and you find this, hey, Merry Christmas, blah, 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 blah. I love you. I hope to see you soon. Whatever. And it's under somebody else's name. Why even go into their phone? Because you wanted proof. The fucked up part is you keep wanting more and more and more and more and more proof until until they've got somebody else's dick in their mouth on your bed. You know what I mean? Or vagina, or what have you. You always want to catch them in the act. And you don't need to catch them in the act anymore. Ladies, gents. Those without gender, those with genders not specified. You don't want to have to walk in to verify that with the proof that it's going to take them. And even then they'll be like, oh, I didn't know what you're talking about. What? Specificity, you don't need it. You don't need the specifications. You don't need to know that maybe, hey, Baby Murphy taught me that back at the house. Hey, dirty, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey. So I glanced at the girl glanced at me. She's looking, she whispers in my ear, you want to be with me? You want to look pretty, though, in my video. I don't know. Old dirty bastard. There's a lot of old dirty narcissistic fucks out there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them. A lot of them. And they don't realize they look jacked up as fuck. They're creeping you out. They're creeping you out. Like pedophile much, dude. That was the 30-year-old that was hitting on the 15-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Like, ugh. Go the fuck home. Yuck. I'm like 2 years older than your fucking daughter. You know what I mean? No. And then, hey. There's like 70-year-olds out there in the bar hitting on 40-year-olds, and they've got a wife at home. And there's plenty of fucking douches out there being douches. And that's their bag, baby. That's their bag. Let them be a douchebag in somebody else's business, not in yours. You get it, you feel it, you know it, you don't need to prove it. You don't need to prove it. And you don't need to prove it over and over and over again with different douchebags doing the same dick shit. Same dick move, different dick channel, or same dick channel, you know? Was Bruce Wayne only hot behind the mask? I don't know. I don't know him personally. Do you? Do you? Batman was kind of a fucking cock. Ain't that, you know? Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? Robin, what about Robin? I mean, is this all about swinging from one pendulum to the other pendulum? If it's a one-time thing, fine. And if it's not a one-time thing, fine. But other people that are doing things with you should know. You know, that's how diseases come about, folks. You know, it's like the Joe Rogan. It's like Joe Rogan. Like, you know that there was that one fucker. Hold on a moment. That last fucking Neanderthal monkey, man. That was like still trying to mate with other monkeys. And there's been more evolution than just our bodies, baby. More evolution than just our bodies. Like, that's not fucking... No, that's not sign language. That's not fucking sign language. That's an animal, and you are self-aware, motherfucker. Don't go back to prime time. But prime time gets the most views. Lord. Why? Oh, because it's so risque. Risque. They went into your risque life, don't they? No, this is taboo, bitch. This is taboo. It's not risque. This fucking spiritual shit ain't risque. It is what it is. It's truth. It's only hidden because we've got Neanderthals out there still running around. And narcissists. And people thinking, well, I could rule the world with that information. Yes! And that's why they can't come with you. Because they don't want to help the world. They want to rule it. And that's why they don't get to fucking come. That's why they stay fucking monkeys, motherfucker. That's why. If you can't encourage them to stop raping the ape, I don't know what to tell you. Move along. But there's my bro. But your bro's an asshole. And he likes to stick it in animals. There's an issue. Move along. Yes, evolution. We're talking about evolution, dude. Always got to have somebody underneath him. Somebody more, spiritually inept. Not adept, inept. And yeah, there's a difference. I'm hoping between those two fucking words, but maybe not. But, that's the thing I'm channeling here. We're channeling here. Back off. I'm channeling here. I don't know. Everybody thinks I'm just spouting off a bunch of bullshit. Well, fuck. Fuck me running if you can catch me. Facts are facts. They just that. They facts. And yet, half the courts don't have to disprove them. Or don't have to prove. And neither do we. Neither do we. We hang out just as high as the fucking courts, don't we? We don't judge, though. We don't judge. No, that's what you want to do? Go do you. Go do you. Maybe that is sign language. I don't know. Ask Joe Rogan. I always think of Joe Biden when I think of Joe Rogan. We all knew the man had, I want to say dyslexia, but that is not the word. Dementia when he went into office. Like, we all knew that he could not make sound decisions and that he was, just like a child, very impressionable. You got a bunch of narcissists fucking telling you what to do. You're going to do whatever the narcissists tell you to do. And what happened? That's why, it's not fuck your feelings, though. It's not fuck your feelings, though. You got a woman in office. Does she have boundaries? Is she a fucking dummy? I know a lot of men that love to call women dummies. A lot of men. And a lot of other women that want to go along with what the men say and say, oh, that bitch is a dummy. You're a dummy. Literally. I've heard it said out loud. I have not heard that word. I used to think of dummies like a puppet. Like a marionette. And somebody called me a dummy and I was like, oh yeah. But mother, hold on. I'm not a dummy. That's the long and the short of it. And neither are you. And neither are they. And neither are we. Just got to get our thumb out of that monkey's ass and our head off that ape's shoulders. Or our ass off that ape's shoulders, or off our own shoulders when we're acting like apes, and pull it together. We are emotionally intelligent. We have boundaries. We have borders. Why? Why do we have a border around the United States? Everybody wants to get in. I don't know what to do about that. I'd be middle class. That'd be real fucked up now, wouldn't it? Now, wouldn't it? I don't know. I love you so much. I do. I might drive you crazy. You might drive me crazy. But I love you so much. You don't need proof. And proof isn't even proof. Hard evidence isn't proof anymore. It's all this fucking backwards, upside down shit. Don't fuck your feelings, he says. But he's actually a really good choice for president. But all of us really fucking blind. It's just backwards talk. It's all. And then you got to figure out which backwards you want to go with. Which backwards do I want to believe? Which backwards do I want to believe? Do I want to believe the one that makes me miserable? Do any of them make me miserable? No, that's your business. You're in the business of being miserable. I'm in the business of getting somewhere. Or they. Is it the us and them, though? Because, really, honestly, it's the powers that work, because we're all trying to come together. Come together right now. I can sing. Thank God for the Beatles. Thank God for thank what is good for all things good. Das ist gut. Thank you, Aunt Giddy, for all things good. Thank you. Thank you, guides, guardians, Goliaths. Thank you for all things good. Thank you, all good things good for all things good. Be kind for the sake of being kind. Kindness will always win. Fuck your feelings. No. No, but don't manipulate with those motherfuckers either. We don't run that road either. We don't run that gambit anymore either. Oh, I am so pooped out. I'm so pooped out. And I'm just itching my head. I'm itchy and scratchy show. I'm itching like a crazy person because I'm finally letting my hair out. Finally letting my scalp. I'm free in my mind and the rest will follow. Be colorblind. Don't be so shallow. My daughter. Oh, bless her soul. Of course she's blessed. She is blessed. She is a blessing. She's all the things. My son, my other daughter. Oh man, my other daughter. She is. Oh, I love him. My son. I'm so proud of all of them. Just boop boop. I'm a little bit scared of the third in line, but you know, that's the one that ends up carrying us all anyway. You know. It really is. It really is. Maybe quiet. Maybe real quiet. Real soft-spoken. Maybe not. Luna. Oh. Delulu is the Silulu. You gotta pretend. You gotta know it's the heart of a child. It's the heart of the child that gets into heaven. Not the, you know. I mean, you gotta be brave. But you also have to have an imagination, not a fear. You can't be afraid of what's in the dark. You got to be curious about it. And, yeah, there's a big conflictual battle there. But I'll hold your hand if you'll hold mine. You know? That's how it should be. And, if all else fails, he'll carry me. My heart will carry me. All things good will carry me through this nightmare, you know? Because it's only what I make of it. And what I make it out to be is B-E-A-U-T full. Full of beauty. That's in you and that's in me. And it's not an optical illusion, it's an audible illusion, and we got to remember that because it's what we say in our heads. It's a repeat. What's on repeat? They're not going to pull one over on you anymore. No one is. No one is, because you can trust yourself. Don't forget that. You trust yourself again. You trust yourself and you trust, you know, you trust the remembrance that you'll know how to do it when you need to do it. And nobody needs to bring any bad energy to anybody else. You ask for help. That doesn't mean you're asking for somebody to do it for you. That means that you're asking for assistance. It means you're asking for a hand to hold, not a hand to guide. Okay? You have to take your own inner guidance and believe in what you know to be true. And if you weren't trustworthy in the time in which you associated with people that may have hurt you, well, that's how they were able to hurt you. And now you trust yourself again. You remember, I love me. All things good and holy in this world love me. Just like I love all things good and holy in this world. There's a reciprocation. I appreciate my vehicle. Thank you, Baba. I'm sorry, I really do need to put oil in you. I'm actually going to pop the trunk, or pop the hood. Not pop the trunk. Pop the hood right now. Whoop. Come here, you. There you go. Make sure I put some oil in her. She's real thirsty. And make sure I take care of the things that I, have appreciation for, and the things I'm grateful for. I try to let them know how much I appreciate them, because without them, where would I be? Hopeless. I'd be hopeless. There's nothing to appreciate, nothing to find gratefulness in. If there's nothing, then there's nothing. So, I find love. And I love you. And I know you love me too. And I know that you're just covering your own ass. You want to find the proof so you can cover your own ass. And that's okay. You won't catch me in bed with another hooker. You won't catch me in bed. This ain't had his dick in his mouth. Baby Murph taught me that back at the house. Now give me my money. Don't worry about it. It's not going to happen. And even if it does, that's because we've moved on. You've grown, I've grown, and we found our person. And we belong to the universe, each and every one of us. Sorry you weren't my person. Doesn't mean I don't love you. Just, you weren't the one, yo. It's just, it is what it is. I wasn't the one for you. Maybe I was holding you back. Maybe I was holding you back this whole time. Maybe that is how everything went to hell for you. Because you were on a higher vibrational plane than I was, and I was holding you back. How is that not possible? Man, I hope, I'm praying that all things good and holy, that I am only bringing good and holy things into your life right now. This is a higher vibrational plane, not a lower. And when I go, my energy stays with me and your energy stays with you, and we stay energetically positive and optimistic, and we stay in the highest possible vibrational frequency that we can energetically in this time-space continuum, in this reverberation chamber. We stay high vibing. We don't want to bring anybody else down. We don't want anybody to be harmed. We don't wish any negative upon anyone. We just don't reciprocate bad energy. Bad energy doesn't come to us because we don't reciprocate bad energy. I wish everyone who has ever harmed me the best of luck. Just don't try to come back and reconfigure some type of relationship or connection to me in which the same thing happens again and again and again and again and again, in which case you were trying to siphon energy out of me. I never wanted to siphon energy from anyone. It was never intentional, ever. My kids gave me energy because I was happy in their presence. Seeing them enjoy brought me joy. And then other people in my life were bringing me down in the dumpities. And then I almost just brought my children just right down there with me. It's just sad that when I get back up in the higher frequencies, they're not there anymore. Because I fucked around and found out. I forgot to remember. I forgot to remember that I don't need alcohol. I forgot to remember that I don't need substitutions for joy. I have joy within. I don't need joy to come from outside of me. So when they come back to me, I can bring them joy. I'm not anticipating that they always please mama. But I'm teaching them how to be pleasing of themselves and sufficient within themselves, within the spark that is within them. Happy with being happy. And you know what's even better than that? Kind to be kind. It makes you feel good to make others feel good. And I want to remind them of that. My daughter, my oldest, has forgotten that. My youngest hasn't even learned that yet. She hasn't even been able to learn that yet. My middle child, thank you, all things all things good and holy. My oldest child remembers. He might forget being around people that don't give a damn about kindness. They don't give a damn about the spark within them. They take for granted every day, and it sucks. You want to remind them, like, you're not here. You're here for a good time, not a long time. So bring joy. Bring happiness. Don't provide misery and then anticipate everyone wants to sit around and wallow in it with you. It's not happening. And then to bring kids around that shit. Or stress about money. What is money? Yes, money's a means to an end. And I love money, but that doesn't mean I work for money. I don't work for money. Money works for me. And we cooperate. We collaborate. Money doesn't have to work for me either. I don't expect money to worship me. But it sure doesn't mind being around. And I don't mind being around money. Hell, I love it. I'm back at me. And that's the way we got to look at things. Like, I try to buy the things that I think that money will like with the money that I have. That will bring me joy. In which case I'm in a joyous state. Then the money that is near me is in a joyous state. And we're all like, woo, 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 yeah, Lord. Whatever. I don't know. I'm telling you. There's just... There's a time for everything. And this is the time where we come together and we love each other. And if we forgot what love is, well, then it's a time to remember. Time to remember love. It's either a time to love or time to remember. And in the beginning was the memory. I say that right in the first parts of the the Order of the Rosy Cross. In the beginning was the memory. It's when we all come alive again. And you'll come alive. You'll come alive again. You'll come alive again. You'll come back online. You'll come back online and you'll delete all that old shitty programming. You'll delete all the old shitty programming. You won't forget. You won't forget that it has occurred. Oh, don't you worry. You won't forget that it has occurred. But you'll delete the vibrance, the frequency. That, you know what I mean? You'll delete that frequency. You won't go to that lower frequency anymore. Wait, hey. I do not know who this is. Hold on. I can't. Okay, I have to let you go. Love you. Bye.